If UltraVision Pet Combo is not performing as well as he should, you can diagnose the problem with a simple home checkup test. If UltraVision fails any part of the checkup test, he may need a replacement part to run effectively again. Call us at 1-888-549-8847 for toll-free support in the U.S. and Canada, or email us at support@bObsweep.com at any time. First, remove UltraVision from his charging station. Make sure UltraVision is not near stairs, objects, or delicate items, furniture, baseboards, or ledges, as his sensors are not working normally while in checkup mode, and he can fall off edges and run into objects. To put UltraVision in checkup mode, press and hold the Go, Charge, and Wi-Fi buttons simultaneously for a few seconds until the bot says, Home Checkup Mode activated. UltraVision is now in checkup mode. In this mode, UltraVision's LiDAR sensor will rotate. UltraVision's checkup includes 7 steps. Each step of the home checkup test verifies the performance of a different function on UltraVision. Switch between different steps by pressing the Wi-Fi button. You'll hear UltraVision announce the name of the tests you can perform in that step. Once the desired step is reached, initiate testing by pressing the Go button, and you'll hear Begin Test. End each test by pressing the Go button again, and you'll hear UltraVision say Stop Test. To exit the checkup mode at any time, press and hold the Go, Charge, and Wi-Fi buttons. You'll hear Exiting Home Checkup Mode, and UltraVision's LiDAR sensor will stop rotating. If UltraVision is left idle for more than a minute during the checkup test, he will automatically exit the home checkup test. Step 1. Battery. As UltraVision enters checkup mode, you will hear Home Checkup Mode activated. Battery. Alternatively, you can press the Wi-Fi button a few times again until you hear Battery. Press the Go button and you'll hear Begin Test. If the battery is sufficiently charged, all 5 indicators will blink. The lower the battery charge, the fewer indicators blink on the screen. If only one indicator lights up, the battery's charge is below 10%. Allow UltraVision to fully charge overnight. When manually placing UltraVision on the charging station, make sure the charging plates on the back of the bot are in contact with the charging station's plates. The battery indicator should be pulsing to confirm UltraVision is in fact charging. Press Go to stop test. Then press Wi-Fi to move to the next step. Step 2. Edge sensors. While UltraVision is in checkup mode, press the Wi-Fi button until you hear him say, Edge sensors. Press the Go button to begin test. To test the edge sensors, first lift UltraVision about a foot off the floor. Make sure the sensors are not accidentally covered by your fingers. It's also recommended to remove UltraVision's side brush to ensure the edge sensors are not obstructed. The left, middle, and right edge sensors on UltraVision each correspond with the Go, Mute, and Trouble indicators on the screen. These indicators start flashing when UltraVision is lifted off the floor. Place UltraVision back on a hard, flat surface, and the flashing will stop. Once done, press the Go button and stop test, then move on to the next step. Step 3. Charging station. Press the Wi-Fi button until you hear Charging Station. Place UltraVision about half a foot in front of the plugged-in charging station, with his bumper facing away from the station. Then press Go and begin test. UltraVision will start to rotate 360 degrees counterclockwise. As UltraVision begins to rotate and the charging station and UltraVision's sensors successfully communicate, the battery and Wi-Fi indicators on the bot's screen start flashing. Once done, the indicators will shine solid to confirm all sensors are in good working condition. Press the Go button and stop test. Then move on to the next step. Step 4. Bumpers, Wi-Fi, and camera. Press the Wi-Fi button until you hear Bumpers, Wi-Fi, and camera, then press Go to begin test. In this step, as soon as you begin the test, UltraVision automatically tests his connection to Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi indicator will light up on the screen to confirm connection. To test the camera, cover the camera with your hand. The battery indicator will start flashing on the screen to confirm the camera is in good condition. To test the bumper's touch sensors, place UltraVision on a flat surface, then slowly press the left and right sides of UltraVision's bumper. The trouble and go indicators each correspond with the left and right bumper sensors and flash upon successful passing of each touch sensor test. To test LiDAR's bumper, press lightly on the LiDAR cover, and the mute indicator will start flashing on the screen to confirm the LiDAR bumper is in good condition. Once done, press the Go button to stop test. Then move on to the next step. Step 5. Motors. Press the Wi-Fi button until you hear UltraVision say Motors. Lift UltraVision off the floor or hold him tight to secure his position as he will move with force in this step. When ready, press Go to begin test. The vacuum motor will pulse and blow air from the left rear vent for a few seconds, then it will stop. The mute indicator will light up on the screen to confirm the vacuum motor is working fine. At the same time, the left and right mop connectors, wheels, and the main and side brushes will begin rotating to confirm that their motors are functioning properly. The mop connectors repeatedly raise and lower as part of the test. Once done, press the Go button and stop test, then move on to the next step. Step 6. LiDAR charging and self-empty. Press the Wi-Fi button until you hear LiDAR charging and self-empty. Be ready for the self-empty noise in this step. Press Go to begin test. Place UltraVision against a white wall and slowly rotate him with your hand. The mute indicator will flash as each of LiDAR's 3 directions detect the wall. Place UltraVision on his plugged-in charging station with charging contact points touching your bot. After a few seconds, the self-empty will run, and the indicators light up on the screen to confirm this step of the test has been successful. UltraVision will announce, "Test successful." Press the Go button and stop test. Step 7. Reset device. Press the Wi-Fi button again, and you will hear UltraVision say, "Reset device." Note that this is a hard reset of all of UltraVision's data and will erase any information stored on the device. This includes all existing map data, scheduling data, and customized cleaning data. To avoid accidental erasing of UltraVision's data, use this step in isolation only. Watch the hard reset UltraVision video for more information. The home checkup test is now complete. Press the Go, Charge, and Wi-Fi buttons together again. You'll hear exiting home checkup mode, and UltraVision's LiDAR sensor will stop rotating. If UltraVision completes the checkup test without any issues, then his internal parts are working properly. For further assistance with the home checkup test, contact our support team.